What up, YouTube fam? Happy Saturday. Today is, what is it, December 13th. I know everyone's doing well. I know life is treating you guys well. And if it's not, let's get to it in the comments. It's the weekend, so I know many people are outside. And that's a dope thing. I'm really a homebody, so I don't really be outside like that. But shout out to the people who do, because I used to be outside like that. I used to be clubbing and just visiting family and just doing whatever the hell it was to do on the weekend, especially when I worked a 9 to 5. Oh my gosh. I used to couldn't wait for the weekend. Like, that's crazy work. And this one lady told me one day, she was like, "You're just wasting your life away wishing for the weekend." I was like, "Yeah, you probably got a point, but for right now, this is what I'm gonna do." That's when I was younger though. But shout out to everybody to go out on the weekend and do their thing, do whatever it is that makes you happy on the weekend. Um, I want to welcome my returning viewers. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Thank you for sharing your time with me to receive these money messages. I want to thank my returning viewers. I appreciate you all for sharing your time with me to receive these money messages. I know these money messages are received in the best way, and I know that they're improving your life, a little bit at a time, little one day at a time, one step at a time. Improvements are made. Yesterday, I was like, okay, I know the beginning of the year is coming about. Well, the end of the year, let's say that, because the end comes before the beginning. And of course, I have been pulling, like I've been showing you guys, I've been separating the cards that have already been pulled by the introduction card. So all of these have been pulled already. And I was like, well, it's only yesterday was 19 more days in the month. Now it's 18 more days left for the rest of the year. It's 18 more days before the new year begins. And I'm counting my cards, and I had 19 cards left. I said, look at the universe showing up, showing out. So today I'm gonna do 2 cards, and then every day after that I'll do 1 card just to even it out, because I do want to take it on through the end of the year. Like, I do want to still have money messages, fresh money messages, um, till the end of the year. Because the beginning of the year, I am going to start on a new deck, the love deck, because love is money and money is love. So I am going to start on that deck. But in the meantime, between time, I'm going to shuffle these sparse ass cards. There's so little, like it's only, I think, 19 cards in here. Like I said, there's 18 more days in the month. There's 19 cards here. So I'm going to pull, and then it'll be 17 cards left. And then I'll just do one a day until the end of the month. I don't even know how many are in that love deck. I got to pull that one and see. But we're going to rock it until we don't know more. And then I'm just going to come up with new stuff to keep everybody coming back, because that's how it works. I have so many topics that I want to talk about. That's 3. I'm not going to take those. If 2 falls, I'll take it, but I'm not going to take 3. But I'll take that one. Card 19. And I just talked about 19. I love it when that happens. What was I saying? I don't know how many cards are in that love deck, and I'm gonna pull that. But like I said, I'm gonna rock it till I, can't rock it no more, and then we talk about new stuff. I have so many topics that I like to discuss. This channel is raw and uncut. It's not made for children. If your children are listening, I don't know why, but I curse, and if your kids are used to that, we grew up listening to people curse. So, and my kids are no stranger to it, even though they're adults now. They grew up being no stranger to curse words. So, I do have to say, yeah, it's not kid friendly, but I mean, it depends on what you deem as a parent as kid friendly, because we're all different. We all parent different. So, no shade here. If you can enjoy these messages with your family, hey, more power to you. I appreciate you and the fam being here to check me out. Let me go with the first one. 18. Nice. I just said yesterday I had 19 cards. And yesterday I was like, oh, there's 19 more days in the month. Today, of course, makes 18 more days in the month. So the numbers that I just talked about, I pulled. I don't know. I'm sorry. I just had to take a minute to reflect on that, because that's dope. And JD's here. She was out of the frame, but I got JD up here. That is so dope. I love that. I just love when the universe works like that. It don't get no. I couldn't write the shit better. I couldn't write it no better. I was just talking about 1819, and what did I pull? 1819. Y'all see it. Y'all see it. Y'all saw me shuffling that sparse ass deck. I couldn't have made this up. The universe is truly working in our favor at all times. You guys have to really understand that the universe is always speaking to us, working with us. We just have to take time to pay attention to it. If you don't take the time to slow down and pay attention, because sometimes the messages come so fast. If you don't pay attention to it and you just flying by life, I'm not going to say you'll miss anything, because what's meant for you you'll never miss, but it'll take longer for the message to get to you, or for you to I don't even know how to say it. I know it'll take longer for the message to get to you, and it'll take longer for you to reveal, whatever it is that you're working to reveal on this journey. Yeah, that's where I'm gonna leave that. I guess I can read the introduction card today. For my new viewers, this is the introduction card for this deck, and it reads as follows. Dear friends, while money is not absolutely essential to your experience, to most people, money and freedom are synonymous. And since an intense awareness of your right to be free is at the very core of that which you are, it flows. Therefore, that your relationship with money is one of the most important subjects of your life experience. And so it is no wonder that you have such strong feelings about the subject of money. My apologies. It is our expectation that as you ponder these cards every day, a new point of attraction will begin to be activated within you, bringing not only more money into your experience, but evidence of your absolute freedom as well. Our love, Esther and Jerry. Absolutely. I have noticed that since I've pondered the cards, a new point of attraction has, begin to be activated in my life. Yeah, we're here. I'm doing money messages, but I feel like other things have been activated within me. More patience, more love, more understanding of not other people, just so to say, but of myself as well. Um, I started reading this ebook, and it's only like 58, 59 pages. I printed it out though. It is Dior Ray's ebook, and he calls it Manifesting for Dummies. But it should be like the awareness Bible, the awareness gospel. The way it has awakened things in me. I'm not gonna go on a tangent about it, but check it out. It's really dope. But even with that, like, I usually just read hardcover books. I don't think I've ever read an ebook, or even thought enough to download one and print it out. Because I do have Napoleon Hill books. I have Catherine Ponder books. Those are really good. She talks a lot about the law of attraction, and her latest book that I've read is called The Dynamic Laws of Prosperity. That is a wonderful book. I just put it in my away too. I was gonna show it to you guys, but Catherine Ponder, Dynamic Laws of Prosperity. That's an amazing book. So a lot of my books are hardcovers. I don't really check out ebooks or audio books and stuff like that. But I'm so glad that I did for this one. Now let's get to these money messages. I noticed that that's like you can't really see it, but it's okay. I'm gonna read them anyway. 18, 1 and 8 is 9. You can be born the ninth day of the month, the ninth day of the year. You may be 18 years of age. 18 may be your life path number. You may be born the 18th day of the month, however it resonates. Nothing is more important than that I feel good. And that is absolutely right, because when you feel good, you bring about more things to feel good about. And more things. It's like a domino effect, or like a snowball effect. You keep bringing upon things to feel good, and before you know it, your life just gets better and better and better. And sometimes you'll have a bump or two in the road, a obstacle or hurdle to get over, but for the most part, you're so high vibing that shit don't even phase you. You're like, okay, I got past it. That happened. Okay, it's nothing to dwell on. Moving right along, getting back to my good feeling thoughts, getting back to my good feeling. Whenever you are feeling less than good, if you will stop and say, nothing is more important than that I feel good, I want to find a reason now to feel good. You will find an improved thought. Anytime you feel negative emotion, you are in the mode of resisting something that you want. And that resistance takes its toll on you. It takes its toll on you, on your physical body, and it takes its toll on the amount of wonderful things that you are allowing to come into your experience. Hmm. And I can understand that, because when we have negative emotion, like if you hold on to that, that's, you're not allowing more good to come in. Like they say, you can't occupy two spaces at once. You can't occupy fear and happiness, or fear and love at the same time. You're always going to occupy one of those spaces. So if you're allowing negative emotions to occupy your mind, your body, how whatever, how can how can you have good feeling thoughts? Like how can good feeling things appear to you? How can they appear in your day, or in your walk, or in your journey? How can they appear? So it's best, when you are having a day, I'm not going to say a bad day, but if it's a rough day, or things, you find that things aren't quite going your way, like it says, it's best to just stop and say, nothing is more important than that I feel good. I want to find a reason now to feel good. And by saying that, you take the attention off the negativity of whatever you're experiencing. You just take it off. And if you have to say it a couple times, like sometimes I'll have to say things two, three, four, five times, or I'll keep things on repeat in my mind. Like if I'm not in a setting where I can just say it out loud, I'll keep it on repeat in my mind. Whatever, like my affirmation, or whatever I'm thinking of. Like if I'm having a rough day, um, everything is working in my favor. Everything is always working in my favor. It feels so good when everything is working in my favor. I'll just go on a rant like that in my head to block out me thinking of what's negative, what's going on negatively, or what's negatively trying to affect me. It's all about choices. We can always make a choice to feel better, to do better, to be better. I feel like it does take strength to get to that point, because I didn't grow up like that. I didn't grow up with someone telling me, oh, your mind is everything. Whatever you're thinking, that's what you're going to be experiencing in life. Nobody told me that. I didn't really figure it out until my early 30s, probably like 32, 33. So it took some conditioning. It took a lot of reprogramming, unwinding from, the ways that I grew up with, the thoughts and the mentalities, and the opinions of my family that I allowed to be my opinions, and I allowed to be my feelings. And it wasn't really true. It was only because that's what I grew up to know. But once I really started on my journey, and I was like, I can feel how I want to feel, so that I can experience the things that I like to experience, because this is not my family's life. This is my life. And everybody does things different. I get it. But it was such it was such a liberating feeling. It was so refreshing to know that, okay, a lot of things I grew up um leaning on, like opinions and just ways of life that I leaned on, I learned as I continued on my journey that a lot of that stuff, it's not true, or it's true for somebody else, because the shit definitely wasn't true for me. So, like the whole God experience, how I grew up in church about, oh, you lift your hands and you bow your head and you pray to God and you beg. Like our growing up, our prayers were begs. Like we were begging for stuff. Please, God, bless me with blah blah blah, instead of commanding it, like, like money, come to me. Money in large amounts, come to me. Oh, I see a house I like, yep, I'm gonna buy that house. I see a car I like, yep, I'm getting that car. It's not, instead of begging, like we used to beg, like, oh, we wish we can get a car like that. We really wish and we hope. I start learning, like, no, that's not the way to pray. We have to command when we pray. We have to command. We don't, when our children leave the home, school, work, or whatever, we don't be like, oh God, please keep them safe. I I command safety and protection upon them. I know that they'll return home the way that they left home, if not better. I know that they have a wedge of protection around them everywhere that they go. So that being said, just we're in control. We're in total control. And I'm learning every day. And the more I read about stuff, I'm learning that we are in total control. We just have to, it's a learned process. Especially if you didn't grow up like that. Like if your formative years, as an infant, toddler, young adult, whatever, you weren't taught that. It's a process, and I'm still learning. But I feel like I know that I'm so much further than I was. But be easy with yourself because it's a process. But remember that nothing is more important than that you feel good. Feeling good is everything. I try to feel good as often as I can. Here we have 19. 1 and 9 is 10. You may be born the 10th day of the month, the 10th month of the year, like myself. 19 may resonate with you in age or your life path number, or you may be born the 19th day of a month. The better it gets, the better it gets. I just said that about the good feeling thoughts because when you have one good feeling thought and you allow it to just snowball in your mind, or that domino effect to happen with your thoughts, you'll find that, oh, I have something else to feel good about, or I have something else that's just getting better. And I see, X, Y, and Z happen for me. So life is getting better. I can see life unfolding for me for the better. When we keep good feeling thoughts, when we keep our thoughts not necessarily pure, but focused on what we desire, we go within and identify with what it is that we truly desire. We start exuding and embodying and radiating as our higher self, as the highest version of ourselves. And that's when I feel like the lights be on. Like that's when your aura is shining the brightest. That's when things get easy. Because life is supposed to be easy. Is it always easy? No, but I feel like that's when things really start to get easy. When you and start noticing how better your life gets each day as you implement new techniques or practices on your journey. Whatever they may be, the practices I give you here, or just, some that you pick up from books or friends or family. When you deliberately seek positive aspects of whatever you are giving your attention to, you, in a sense, tune your vibrational tuner to more positive aspects of everything. Hmm. And of course, you could tune yourself negatively as well. But as you are deliberately looking for positive aspects in yourself or in others, you will find more of those things. The better it gets, the better it gets. For you get more and more of what you are thinking about, whether you want it or not. Oops, I have that card all over there. I'm going to get a stand so that I can put them there and you guys can see them, or something that sits up high so you guys can see them as I'm reading them, because I don't be holding them still. My apologies. I'll read it again. When you deliberately seek positive aspects of whatever you are giving your attention to, you, in a sense, tune your vibrational tuner to more positive aspects of everything. And of course, you could tune yourself negatively as well. But as you are deliberately looking for positive aspects in yourself or in others, you will find more of those things. The better it gets, the better it gets. For you get more and more of what you are thinking about, whether you want it or not. So think about good stuff. Do your best to think about good stuff. And it can be in an appreciation mode. It don't even have to be things that have already happened, so to say. Let's just think of good things that we want to happen, things that we desire to happen. Start giving appreciation for that. I'm so appreciative of the new car I got. I'm so appreciative of, say you're working a job, the raise you got, or the promotion that you got that you've been wanting. Start giving appreciation for the things that haven't come to this realm yet, because in order for you to desire it, you've seen it in your mind, and it feels good when you see it, and when you live it out with your eyes closed. Okay, so give appreciation for it as if it has already happened. Like, I'm so appreciative to be living in this new house. I remember touring it and I wasn't sure about how I was going to go, and then the realtor called me and I got the house. Start giving appreciation for even the small things. I'm so appreciative of the sun shining today. I'm so appreciative of the weather being beautiful today. I'm appreciative I'm able to go outside and just live freely. Start giving thanks for your freedom because you have more of it than you realize. We really do. I don't think we even tap into like all the freedoms that we have. That's why I have my I ams, because I feel like those are my freedom trackers, because it helps me to see like I am all the freedoms that wealth affords. I am wonderful. I am loved. I am abundant. I am successful. I am healthy. I am joyous. Get on those. Get on that tangent. Get on that wavelength. I can just keep going on and on and on with I ams because there's so much that I am. And some of it is okay, I'm giving appreciation for what's to come. And that's okay. That puts, if it puts you in a good feeling mood, do it. Say it, do it, be it. But the most important thing is to embody it, and don't just say it in such a dry monotone. Put some feeling behind it. Like, what do you feel when you say, you know what, I am abundant, I am successful, I am worthy of all the good things my universe has to offer, I am vibrant health, I am outrageous joy, I am financial blessings. Like, how do you feel when you're saying stuff like that? You can't just, I mean, you can do what you want to do, but when you're saying things like that, and you're really like, I sometimes I say them and I close my eyes and I see what I'm saying. I see me living what I'm saying, and that makes me feel good. That can bring me up out of a shitty mood real quick, real quick. Start, as you're saying these things, whether it's affirmations, whatever you're saying, make sure you're putting feeling behind it. And if you can go deeper, close your eyes and start to see yourself as that. Embody that. Embody whatever it is that you desire to be: a supermodel, an actor, just a great parent, just a great being, a rich, abundant, happy, joyous, loving, respected being. If that's what you desire, embody all of that. When you do things, think of it from, would my higher self do that? Or when I'm operating in the highest version of myself, so what would that person be doing right now? What would that person be thinking right now? Would that person be on the phone gossiping and cackling right now? And if the answer is no, change it. Change your surroundings. Start doing things that the highest version of you would do. How do you see yourself when you close your eyes and see yourself as your highest version? Are they in pajamas all day? Or do they get up? Do they get dressed? Even if you're just going to the grocery store or you're going to the mall, are you getting up, getting dressed, putting on some perfume, putting on some cologne? And I'm not saying it got to be, you know, your Sunday's best, but are you ironing your clothes? Are you going wrinkled? Are you matching? Are you not matching? Like, are you coordinating your clothes? How do you look? My mom used to always tell me, when you look good, you feel good. And it's true. It really is true. Like, I mean, some people, they can be in pajamas all day and still feel good. If I'm in the house and I'm in pajamas all day, okay, I feel good. But I don't want to go outside like that. Like, I want to step out and I want to represent the highest version of me. So yeah, I'm gonna put on some nice clothes. I'm gonna put on some clean clothes, and I'm gonna smell great when I go out. And yeah, I'm gonna exude, embody, and radiate the highest version of me, my highest self. These are your money messages for today, everybody. Again, I appreciate you all taking time out of your day to sharing these messages with me. In the coming days, the messages probably will be shorter because I'll only be I'll only be pulling one card because this is all that's left. 17 cards are what remain. So I'll be pulling one card for the remainder of the month. And it's okay because we got stuff to talk about. So it's fine. But I really want to thank everybody for being here. Leave a comment if you feel led to. If not, it's okay. Share it if you feel led to. If not, it's okay. I just appreciate seeing my numbers go up for the views mainly, because it lets me know that these videos are reaching all whom they intend to reach. Everybody needs a good money message. Everybody. It's Libra Finesse here. I'll tap in with you guys tomorrow.